Hello viewers. Today we will talk about the types of school joins. We will break down the tutorial in steps using different methods to understand better how to use the joins in your queries. In step 1, you will learn the definition of inner join, left join, right join, and full join. In step 2, with the help of animated tables, I will try to explain you how each type of join collects data. In step 3, we will use practice queries on SQL Server, and we will explain the results. And in last step, we will bring all the results of the joins in one screen and we will spot the differences. Okay, let's start with the left join. This type of join collects all the data from left table and only the matches from the right. If it doesn't find a match, returns the null value. So let's bring our two tables in our screen and check how it collects the data. It starts with the data from the left table. Search for a match on the right table. And if we have a match, it collects the data from the left table and the country name from the right. If we have not a match, return only the first name, last name with null on country name. Next one is the inner join. This type of join collects only the matches. If there is not a match, returns nothing. So let's bring again the tables on screen and check how it collects the data. It starts with the data from the left table. Search for a match on the right table. And if we have a match, it collects the data first name, last name from the left table and the country name from the right. If we have not a match, return nothing. Third one is the right join. It's the opposite of left join. It collects all the data from right table and only the matches from the left. If it doesn't find a match, returns the null value. Let's see how it collects the data. It starts with the data from the right table. Search for a match on the left table. And if we have a match, it collects the country name from the right table and the first name, last name from the left. If we have not a match, return only the country name. Last one is the full join. It collects everything, all data from left and all the data from the right table. Let's bring the tables and check the data collection. It checks for matches between the two tables. If it finds a match, returns both tables' data. If not, returns null on the table that didn't found a match. Or better, if it finds a country name and not a match on left table, returns null on first name, last name. And also, if it finds first name, last name, and not match on country's table, returns null on country name. Let's see some examples to understand better the use of the joins. For our examples, we will use two tables from our database, the table customers and the table countries. As you can see from the diagram, the table customers has a join with table counties, the field country match with the field country ID of the table countries. So let's start with our first example. For left join, the request is, we want the first name, last name from all our customers and the name of the country. The key word of what join to use is the all our customers. That means that we have to use left join because we need all the data from the left table and only the matches from the second. Our query will be, select first name, last name, country name from table customers left, join table countries on customers country equals to country ID. We run the query, and as you can see, we got all our customers and the country name. You can also check that the last row doesn't have a match, so the country name returns the value null. This row described the left join. We got the first name and last name from table customers and null on country, because there's not country with ID 7. Let's also study the two tables to verify the results. The table customers has 16 records. Okay, we got 16 records as well in our query. The 16 customer Jim Rain has country with ID 7, and we can see in table countries that there is not any country with ID 7. So our query results has the value null on country. Let's modify the query, and this time we will use inner join. Also, the request will change to, we want a query that will return the customer's first name, last name that have a country name. We have to use inner join for this request because we want only the data that have matches between the two tables. We run the query and we can see the result is only the customers with a country name. You can notice that the 16 row that we saw in left join query this time is skipped because, as we said, there is not country with ID 7. So there is not match between the two tables. Next one is the right join. We modify the query again. We change the request to. We want a query that will return all the countries and the customers from these countries. This request is the opposite from left join. We want now all the countries, which is the right table in the query, and only the customers that have a country which the ID exists on table countries. Let's execute the query and study the results. We can notice that the results contain all the counties, and in the last row, the first name and last name is null, because there is not any customer from Italy. Also, we can check the data from the two tables to verify the results. So, we got all countries. There is not any customer with ID 8. So, next to Italy, the first and last name are null. And also, the customer Jim Rain skipped from results because there is not country with ID 7. Last join for the first example is the full join. We modify the query. We change the request to. We want a query what will return all our customers, all the countries, and from which country is each customer. We have to use full join because we need all the data from both tables, all the customers and all the countries. Let's run the query and check the results. As you can see now, we have all the data. The row 16, which has null on country, and the row 17, which doesn't have first name and last name. We can say that the full join combines the results of left and right join. Okay, let's do one fast recap. We have the table customers with 16 records and the table countries with 7 records. On left joins results, we have all the 16 records from the left table customers and only the matches from the right table countries. How they match. For example, the country value 1 of table customers search for the same value on the field country ID of table countries and return the country name United States. On the inner join results, we have only the data that the country values of the two tables find a match. 16th row of table customers with value 7 doesn't find a match, so it's skipped, and also the country Italy with value 8 doesn't find a customer, so it's skipped as well. On the right, join results. We have all the 7 counties. The 6 first found a match on customers, and they return the values of the customers. And the last one, Italy, doesn't find any customer and return null values. Last one, the full join brings everything. The first 15 rows. What have match? The 16th row, which has only info from customers, and the 17th row, which has data only from countries. Okay. Guys, that's all for today. We keep it simple to be understandable for everyone. Stay tuned for our next video. We will continue with SQL joins, but this time we will use more tables, queries with 3 or 4 joins, and we will combine the different types of join in one single query. Have a nice day. And if you like my video, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and stay tuned from the next part of it.